UMU Little Maid. UMU Little Maid is a mod unofficially developed based on Little Maid Mom. Players can hire a Little Maid by giving her a cake. With right-click, you can switch between 3 states. By equipping them with various weapons and items, they will do their jobs accordingly. Additionally, the maid's attire will change according to the tools she is holding. Compared to the original mod, the maid in this mod has better Gekolib animations. If you give the maid a trident, she will become a Poseidon maid. And Little Maid can glide with a drip leaf. Better Paragliders. Better Paragliders is a compatibility mod that implements the Paragliders stamina system with better combat attacks. Almost all attacks will now drain stamina. Attacks are carefully have their weapon tier and attack duration factored into the amount of stamina that they drain. So, a diamond sword will drain slightly more than an iron sword because of it being a higher tier. And an iron axe will drain slightly more than an iron sword because of the attack duration. Ranged attacks from bows and crossbows will also drain stamina. Holding a bow will slowly drain stamina until the arrow is loosed, and cocking a crossbow back will also drain stamina, encouraging the use of crossbows a little more since less overall stamina is used. Blocking drains stamina based on the amount of damage absorbed by the block. The cooldown for a shield is now removed until the player's stamina is completely depleted. It will be available again once the player regains all their stamina. The combat roll mod is also a dependency of this mod. As such, it drains stamina as well based on the player's armor value. Higher armor values equals higher roll stamina cost. However, to combat this, the enchantments have now been reworked as well. Multi-roll now decreases the amount of stamina drained per roll. The roll cooldown has also been reworked to be dependent on armor values instead of a base amount. Higher values equals a longer cooldown between rolls, like fat rolling in Dark Souls. To combat this, Acrobat has been slightly tweaked to decrease the cooldown time even with the armor value factored in. Higher enchantment levels equals lower stamina cost and cooldown times. Quality crops. This mod aims to spice up the farming in Minecraft by introducing qualities to some of the crops you can grow in some of the foods. All foods gain a multiplier in both saturation and nutrition based on their rarity. Items with a quality are recognizable by a star on their icon that also indicates the quality they have. By default, all drops follow have this rarities: iron quality 15%, gold quality 10%, and diamond quality 5%. All items are obtainable through their normal means. You can obtain the crops by harvesting normal plants, and obtain raw meat by killing the animal, or cook meat by killing it while on fire. Quality's Delight. This is an official Quality Crops add-on that adds to spice up the classic Farmer's Delight experience by adding qualities to all foods in Farmer's Delight. Minium Stone. Minium Stone adds a Unky item by the same name to your game. This unique stone allows you to transmute materials into others by interacting with blocks in the world. The Minium Stone has 3 modes. You can right-click to switch them while sneaking. Your Minium Stone also contains an on-the-fly 3x3 crafting grid. Simply press the assigned key while holding the stone in your hand. Also, the mod is configurable. You can add more transmutable materials at will. Potion Particle Pack. Potion Particle Pack is a small mod that enhances a few aspects of how Minecraft status effects are displayed on entities. It includes various features such as custom status effect colors, better rendering of multiple effects at once, and hiding effects in first person. Illager Invasion. This is a remake of Illager Invasion. The mod brings Minecraft's Illagers to the next level. Almost a dozen new Illagers are added, all with unique mechanics and abilities. The alchemist for sure knows how to use a bow, and if you annoy him for too long, he will quickly chuck a lingering potion at you, so make sure to keep your distance. You'll find this Illager joining in on village raids and in a secret underground structure. The archivist is a defensive Illager found in village raids, and is mainly there to buff up any of his allies nearby by enchanting their gear. He will run from you, and when fearing for his life will also cast a mean spell on you. The basher is quite the bully, waiting around peacefully most of the time. When he spots you, he pulls out a shield and starts bumping into you. You can find him as part of raids and in various structures throughout the world. The Marauder is yet another ranged Illager, but instead of shooting arrows at you, he throws a hatchet. This Illager appears commonly in structures and village raids. The Provoker attacks using his bow and can also perform a basic buff spell. Not the craziest Illager out there, but also not to be underestimated. The Sorcerer is tricky to fight, he will constantly run away, and when he stops he casts his vile spells. He can summon purple fire, which won't spread, but deals a ton of damage, so be careful. The Necromancer is a dangerous foe. Playing with the undead should never be taken lightly. He performs various spells to make your life much harder. He joins in on village raids in later waves and is also found in that secret underground structure. The Inquisitor is a beast of an Illager, nothing to take too lightly. You may better be of running from him when you encounter one in a village raid or in the Illager fortress. If you do decide to fight, make sure to take out the shield first before you can deal proper damage. The Firecaller is very mysterious and lives in a remote place of the world. From further away he seems like an old Illager you have nothing to fear from, walking about with his walking stick in hand. But don't turn your back, the sneaky Illager has some evil magic in store for you. The Invoker is the strongest of all Illagers. A single one spawning in every woodland mansions, Invokers are a joke compared to the sky. As a powerful boss, the Invoker can summon a large number of minions, use teleportation, and summon the even more powerful Invoker Fangs. From his drop you can craft the Imbuing Table, a unique new device that allows you to upgrade some enchantments on your Gear 1 level beyond what they can normally go to. Some Illagers will drop platinum chunks. When combined into sheets those can be used as new armor trims. Opposed to Vanilla's armor trims, each platinum trim, depending on the kind of armor piece, gives a different buff. The inside effect grants 20% more experience from every mob killed. The agility effect allows mining blocks 50% faster if you don't have the correct tool in your hand. The endurance effect makes it so you consume 50% less food for everything you do. The feather weight effect prevents trampling crops and farmland. Dual Swords. Dual Swords is a Vanilla Plus styled mod that adds intuitive dual wielding mechanics to the game. By default, all swords provide a small amount of damage when wielded in the offhand, and new enchantments can grant the ability to parry attacks or modify the offhand properties. Items with parry can be raised like a shield to parry an attack, negating damage and harming the attacker. Riposte increases the retaliation damage from a parry. Daisho increases offhand damage bonus and parry cooldown. Note that all of the new enchantments are incompatible with damage enchantments, such as Sharpness and Smite. Peak is a client-side fabric mod that adds additional information to the tooltip of items. The mod is fully configurable with mod menu and cloth config. Metal Bundles. Metal Bundles adds new types of bundles with bigger storage space. You can upgrade your old bundle to the next tier in a smithing table, no smithing template required. Like with the original bundles, you can click other items on the bundle item in your inventory or the other way around to insert and extract contents to the bundle. While hovering over a bundle item, you can use your scroll wheel to select a slot you want to interact with, and hold the control key to enter precision mode. You can observe a tiny indicator on bundle items when your cursor is holding an item, which will tell you if the item can be added and if the bundle already contains items of that type. Finally, if you right-click a bundle, all stored items will be dumped at once. Bodies. This mod changes the death mechanics. When you die, your body will lay on the floor storing your items waiting for you to collect them. By default, only you can access your loot during the hour after your death. This can be tweaked using the config file. If you have trinkets installed, you can click the trinkets button to see the trinkets you had equipped. Additionally, Opt players can see a player's recent death history using the Death History command. Sherds Plus. This is a simply mod that allows the player to duplicate sherds with 2 bricks. It also allows you to craft sherds in the stonecutter. Modify camera collision. This mod changes how your camera collision works in third-person view. Have you ever wondered why the glass won't squeeze your F5 view while the barrier does? This mod allows you to customize what blocks should squeeze your camera and what blocks should not. Message chat sound. This simple mod adds a message chat sound to the game. The mod has resource pack supported, so you can change the sound with a resource pack. All the links are in the description. Have fun!